What's up, Rod Nation, and welcome back to another video. You clicked on this video wondering the same thing that I am now. What catches more fish? Is it spinners or worms? That's what I'm here to figure out. In today's video, we're gonna be testing out the difference. I think that the spinners might catch more, but you know, we'll see what happens. And yeah, let's get into it. Hello. Alright guys, we are here at Town Lake. We got a rooster tail, and this is what we're going to start with. And what we're going to do is just give it a couple casts, and yeah, let's get going. And there's a bald eagle right on that log. When you're fishing these rooster tails, you want your rod tip pointed down right at the rooster tail. So this is how you're going to cast. You kick it out there. Wait about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you start reeling. You have your rod tip facing it, and you want to reel just slow enough to where the blade will spin, but not slow enough to where it just sinks. So we're going to work about a good speed here, and we're just going to keep repeating this, and this is what should catch us a trout. You know, we were loading the boat in, and as we're at the boat dock, we were loading in, and I just had my pole and I was getting everything set up, and these guys are like, dude, you're taking so long. And they were just saying that I'm taking long, and that when am I going to get in the water? And they said I'm taking up their fishing spot. Meanwhile, they are fishing off the boat dock, which I don't even think you're supposed to fish, but yeah, I guess. What you really want to do is just work it a little bit until you feel some tug on your drag. I like fishing around these structures because that's where those little bait fish hang out. So where there's bait fish, it'll be trout, bass, whatever they stock in here. And I'm really surprised that this blue color isn't working out as good as I thought it would. But yeah, the trout aren't liking that. I don't know, we're gonna give it a couple more casts, maybe a couple more minutes, and then we'll change up our baits. I like the way this looks in the water, but I guess the trout aren't. So maybe it's time to change up colors or something. But yeah, for some reason the trout aren't having it. We'll skip cast. I've been working this trout bait for a while, and they don't seem to be liking it. So yeah, well, that keeps getting tangled, so maybe that's my sign to change it up a little bit. This is the artificial worm. Now, if you get a look at the watercolor, I don't know if that will actually work in this watercolor, but we'll try it out. First cast on this worm. We got a leak in our boat. Not. So we haven't actually caught anything on the spinner or the worm yet. And so this is leaving me with a lot of confusion. So what we're gonna have for our neutral is we're gonna have power bait just to make sure that the fish are biting. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a glob of power bait and make sure it's around the size of your pointer finger's fingernail. And I have smaller hands, so I'm just doing a little bit of a bigger glob. But now that you have your glob of power bait, you kind of just mush it on so it gets a good texture. And then what I like to do is I just kind of thread it like it's a kernel of corn. And then I can honestly just mush it on there. But you can still just mush it on there. These lake trout don't really care. So yeah, you just put your power bait on there, mush it up real good, and that should catch us a nice lake trout. I have 2 split shots about my forearm's length above the power bait, and then I'm just gonna cast it into this shadow right here where these fish usually sit. Cast it, give it a gentle cast, then I just let out some line. And yeah, we just wait until something bites onto it and turn them on. And these trout really seem to like this garlic smell. Maybe it's something they feed them at the hatcheries or something. So the reason this power bait works is because something they feed the trout at the hatchery is, I don't know, it's something that has this garlic smell. And the trout really seem to like that because these stock trout is just, that's what they're used to eating. And so we got power bait on the bottom of this bobber right here. and it's weighed down so it sinks, and then the bobber just floats, and when it pulls under, that's when we know that the trout. Okay, so what we're doing is we have that power bait out there on a bobber, and that's going to be our neutral, and then we're going to test out the worms and the spinners. But so far the worms and the spinners haven't been working, so I think we're just like, we're going after hatchery fish, but they don't know how to hunt. I think that's why we're not catching so many, because usually we catch some here. But yeah, we got power bait on and we ain't catching nothing. So what we're doing is we're changing up our spinner colors. So what I think I'm gonna do is throw this red rooster right around there into those lily pads. And yeah, because we still need to try out the rooster tail versus worm challenge. Had none on the worm so far. Well, well, well. Thank you, kind sir. They should like this. It's golden red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta always cast in different directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we didn't end up catching anything. I tried getting some cast of me and trying to get some spinners, but they're not going for anything today. I think the water is more murky than usual, but I haven't seen anybody catch a single thing. But we're gonna try a different spot, and yeah, we're gonna go for tomorrow or something. We gotta try again, but yeah, we're gonna wait for another day and we'll go fishing again. So yeah.